Over 40, rediscover your makeup confidence. My name is Katie, I'm a professional makeup artist and I'm going to teach you how to get your confidence back, put the pep back in your step if you've lost your confidence with applying makeup, wearing makeup over the years. Keep watching. I'm going to take this makeup off so you can see exactly what I look like makeup free and actually how much help I need. I have dark circles, I have broken capillaries, I've got pores, I've got hyperpigmentation. I don't have rosacea, but I'm going to be showing you how you can cover that. If you want to learn real fundamental confidence boosting makeup techniques and you're over the age of 40, watch this tutorial. If you're after a quick hack, swipe on by, because my job is to serve you as a professional makeup artist and I want to give you the best tips possible for the age that you are today. So this is for women in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and do we have anyone in their hundreds? Perhaps we do. I hope we do. I'm going to show you the ways to apply your makeup that make you feel confident and get you out of a makeup rut. Because perhaps you're watching this and you've fallen out of love with your makeup bag, or you're in a makeup rut, or perhaps you've just given up on yourself in the sense of applying makeup and you're just like, I just don't know what to do or to get my mojo back. Watch this video, I'm here to serve and help you. So my name is Katie, I'm a professional makeup artist and I've been a makeup artist for nearly 25 years. So I know a thing or two when it comes to makeup. Now I'm almost 50, so I also appreciate and have an understanding of what it's like to see our faces change over the years. Eyes becoming hooded, bags, dark circles developing, broken capillaries, dull, lackluster skin. I'm going to show you how to really boost your confidence with a little helping hand of some simple makeup techniques. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to apply your skincare. Now, I'm not telling you how to suck eggs here, but if you're not wearing a face cream that is hydrating under your makeup, then it's time to start, because this will help just plump out your skin, create a lovely base for your makeup. And if you're not wearing an eye cream, then assuming that your face cream isn't too heavy, 9 times out of 10 you can take that face cream around your eyes if you're not too sensitive. But it's really important to moisturize your face and your neck before you get started. Now, with that in mind, you want to wait a few minutes for that skincare to soak in before you apply your makeup. Because if you find that makeup is sliding off your face by midday, it could be that you've put too much skincare on and the oil in your skincare is eating away your makeup. So if that's happening to you, to combat that, you're going to allow your skincare to soak in for a few minutes. And then before you apply your makeup, whatever hasn't soaked in, get a tissue like this, remove it so it's one single ply, and then you're simply going to dab and press this over your face to mop up any excess oil in your skincare. And this will really help your makeup just stay on a bit longer, but you've also got really lovely hydrated skin. Okay, so the first thing I do when I look at a client's face, or in this instance I'm going to be teaching you, so I'm going to be working on my own face, is where does the face need coverage? Now, I think we can all see I've got some dark circles, but before I get to covering the dark circles, I'm going to show you how to cover bags, because bags and dark circles are different. Dark circles is kind of like this purpley colour, it could be red on you, or whatever discoloration that you have under your eye. A bag is when you look down and you have an indent here, but it's a slightly more puffy there, and that gives the look of a bag. Now, what you can do to help with that is get a concealer, or if you don't have concealer, perhaps you've got a foundation. And now everything I'm using in this video, there will be a link above or below. You might have makeup that you can try this with, or you might just be thinking, my makeup is so old, I'm so bored of it, I'm so over it, I want to see some suggestions. In which case, click the link above or below, because as a makeup artist, I've handpicked every single item that you see in Beauty in the Boutique, which is my beauty store where I handpick everything. So you're going to get your concealer or your foundation, and to cover a bag, you're actually going to get a Q-tip that is pointed. Now, if you don't have pointy Q-tips, you can make them by twiddling the top, or you can hopefully find one. But can you see, this is a flat end, this is a pointy end. If this was the flat end and I wanted to make it into a pointy Q-tip, I would simply twirl the top and make it pointy. But luckily this is pointed. Then you're going to dip it into your foundation or concealer. The reason we're doing this is because I just want a little bit on a very fine tip. And then where you have, you're going to look down into your mirror, and where you have the crevice of your bag, you're just going to put that right into the crevice of your bag. And the reason I'm using the pointed bit of this Q-tip is because I don't want to use my finger. It will go outside of the crevice. I want something really fine and thin to go in the crevice, that line of that bag. Then I'm going to use my pinky finger to just pat that in, like so. Now, I'm not going to worry that it doesn't look blended yet. Within this video, you're going to trust the process. So I pat, and then with a clean finger, without anything on, I'm going to just blur the edges into the skin that doesn't have the crevice. Now, I haven't tackled the dark circle yet, but it's getting there. Now, can you see? I have my bag there. Can you see that line? But on this side, it's starting to disappear. I mean, surely you can see it when I look down, but when I look up, how my face normally is, that bag is disappearing. Now I might think, right, I'm going to put a bit more in there. So I will do that. Pat it to blend. And it's just a very delicate pat. You're not wiping because you're applying the formula in a really targeted way. And this is what makes makeup look natural, because in this video, I'm going to be showing you where and how to apply your makeup so it doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look fake, it just looks like your skin, only more rested. Now, how simple was that? So in fact, let's just do this side of my face to start with so we can see the difference as it builds up. Now, if like me, you have quite a lot of darkness here, then you can take the applicator of your concealer, or you could continue using your Q-tip. And now you're just gonna, I don't really need this too much, but I just want to perfect that darkness. So I'm just gonna apply this where I have darkness. Now this is called Rested and Youthful Under Eye Perfector. And what's so good about it is it blurs the look of fine lines and wrinkles. So if you've ever struggled with getting a good coverage under your eye to cover dark circles and bags, but you found it makes wrinkles, under eye wrinkles or crepey skin worse, this doesn't. This helps smooth the look of it. It doesn't eradicate wrinkles, but it smooths the look of them, making the under eye look a lot more youthful. And then you're just gonna pat with my pinky finger. I'm not doing any wiping. I'm not going like this because our under eye skin is very, very fine and thin, and we want to be delicate with it. You don't need to be heavy-handed. Now, if you find that the concealer or the foundation that you have at home isn't quite the right colour for you, and you've concealed like your eye bag, can you see the difference now? Perhaps it's not the right shade. This is the right shade for me, but if you've got one at home that's not quite the right shade, don't worry, still apply it, but blend it down into like your cheekbone area and just feather it out a bit, and that will really help just blur it all into your face so it doesn't look like you've got a ring around your eye. That's if you don't have the right shade at home. Now what we're next going to do, and I love this little technique, is I have, you know, discoloration on my eye. I'm going to work with that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my concealer and I'm going to apply it just beneath my brow here, like so. And then using my pinky finger, I'm going to tap to blend it. And what this is going to do, it's going to make my brow bone look more perfected and a little bit higher. And in turn, just blend it there with a clean finger, it's going to make my discoloration actually look like I've got a bit of eyeshadow on. Now in another video, I will go through eyeshadow with you. If you want an eyeshadow tutorial, comment eyeshadow and we will send you that tutorial. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you the basics, okay, of how to get a really just lovely, fresh, pretty face. You know, well, your face is pretty already, but you know what I mean, a bit of a pep to your step, let's say. There you go. So talking of brows, when we get over the age of 40, I think it's really important to shape our brows. Perhaps you might want to try having them threaded or waxed or microbladed. But I think, you know, if you invest in your brows, they really will help frame your face. But if you're like, oh no, that's all too much faff for me, I'm going to show you how you can create amazing brows at home with just one brow pencil that works for everyone. So you don't have to fear about, is it the right shade? Is it going to work for me? Because this brow pencil is really cool because it's dual ended. It has a very neutral shade on one side, and depending on how firm you apply this will depend on how dark this color comes out. So it makes it great for blondes, but also if you press a little bit firmer, the color will come out more intense. So it's great for dark hair as well. Now on the other end, it's got a cream side, which if you don't have concealer, you can do the same trick as to what I did under my brow here. Okay, so you would just get the cream side and just apply it like so under your brow and blend. And the added bonus of this is that you can also apply it just around your tear duct area here, and this will further help brighten your eyes and make them look more awake. Now this side, where we're going to do our brows, is I'm going to show you the easiest way to pencil in your brows. Okay, so you're going to need a spoolie. This is a spoolie. If you don't have one of these, you probably won't, because I'm assuming you're not a makeup artist. Then get an old mascara, wash the wand, dry it off, and then you've got your own spoolie. Okay, brush down to start with your brow, because I want to see the shape. Okay, this is the shape of my brow. No, I'm going to start that again. Brush up. Yeah, edit that bit out. So what I want you to do is brush your brow upwards to start with. Brush it all up like so. Don't worry if you've got any long hairs that need to go back down, because you can then take the tip and just smooth those hairs down. Okay, but by brushing up the brow, you're seeing the potential of how lifted your brow can look, because you can see I've brushed this one up, but I haven't brushed that one. And already this eye looks ever so slightly lifted. Can you see? Very subtle. This is all about natural. Then you're going to take your pencil, and I'm going to come up close, forgive me. And with your pinky finger, this is going to be your stabilizer. Okay, so if you're worried about your hand shaking, put your pinky finger as your stabilizer, and then you're going to draw a line right where your brow hair starts growing. So let me come up close so you can see. I'm going to follow that line into the arch, and then when I get to the arch, I'm going to take the pencil and draw it actually into the arch hair. But when I'm at the base of my brow here, okay, at the start, I've actually gone just where the hairs start to grow from the root. And the reason I've done that is because for many of us, we have patchy brows right at the base, but when we get to the tail of our brow here, it's not so patchy, so we can take it into the hair just to thicken up the hair there. Then, if you've ever over plucked your brows and they've not grown back, so quite often people have over plucked this part here, if you hold your pencil by the corner of your nose, hold it up vertically, that will tell you where your brow hair should really start growing. So about there. Okay, so I'm just going to draw in very thinly, tiny little hairs, like so. Then with my spoolie, I'm going to brush the colour up that I've applied to blend it into my brow like this. Can you see how easy that is? And a beautiful brow is that easy. Now there's a whole video tutorial on brows. When you click the link in this video for this product, I go into detail to show you all the things you can do with this pencil. But I just want to show you how easy it is to create natural looking brows. Really, really easy. And can you see, just by focusing on my brows for a few seconds, look at the difference it's made to this side of my face. And all I've used so far is my Rested and Youthful, it's well loved as you can see, and this pencil here, amazing. So next I'm going to teach you how to perfect your complexion without a full face of foundation. Now this is going to help you with rosacea, hyperpigmentation, or just uneven skin that you want to look natural and fresh and perfected, but not like you're wearing a ton of makeup. Because as we get older, we don't often want to feel like our face has got a real heavy veil of foundation on it. Now, don't get me wrong, there are many foundations I love, but I'm assuming that you've lost your confidence with makeup and foundation might be a step too far for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to take, well, if you can get this Rested and Youthful, it is amazing. I mean, you won't regret it. But if you haven't got this, find a really lovely concealer. And then I'm going to teach you where to apply it so that you get a beautiful rested look to your whole complexion. So if you have rosacea, I don't, but it's usually around here, isn't it? So you're going to do little tiny whiskers like that. That's all you need. And you would do that where your rosacea is, and then you'd simply pat and press that into your rosacea. Now, if you have hyperpigmentation, I don't have too much on my face, but on my hand I have lots. So I'm going to pretend that this was on my face. Okay, let's pretend this hyperpigmentation is on my face. I'll show you how to conceal it on your face. All you do is get the concealer, press it over the main the bits that you're like, oh, that little bit there really frustrates me. Press it on like that. Then you're gonna dab like that. Imagine this was on your face, and then very gently, like this is kind of like, I'm not rubbing hard, I'm doing really softly. I'm just gonna massage it in to conceal that hyperpigmentation. So a little goes a really long way. Let's have a look. How beautiful does that look? It looks like real skin. Look at my hand before. Look at it now. So that is what this is doing to your skin. It perfects it. Now let me wipe that off so you can see. I mean, that is extraordinary, isn't it? There you go, hyperpigmentation back. Ooh. So I'm just showing you how you can cover hyperpigmentation. Now for me, I have a little bit of redness around my nose. So I literally put the tiniest amount. It's all you need of this. This will last you forever. It's so kind of concentrated that a little goes a really, really long way, okay? Pat it in. Now the reason I'm patting around my nostril is because when you first pat any product, you will get more coverage. And if you want less coverage, you feather and wipe, and that will shear things out. Now I've got a bit of redness here where I've worn my glasses, so we'll cover that. Pat that. Now I'm thinking, oh, this side of my face is looking a lot more rested. But what I like to do is I don't really need too much coverage on my chin or my forehead, but where this section of my face is looking really rested and really perfected, I'm going to apply just a touch here. That's all I need. And 2 little swooshes here. That is it. Then I'm just going to blur this out in the middle like so, and then blend the edges. Doesn't need to be all over my chin. I'm going to do the same on my forehead, circular motion to blend. But what this will do is when you're wearing not a full face of makeup, but just a touch of concealer, whatever you apply here and around here or on your rosacea, you want to marry up the colour on the other parts of your T-zone, like here and here. And it gives the illusion that you've got a similar shade all over your face. But as you know, I've not got any foundation on my face. I've applied literally a maximum of like 6 dabs of this. Most days, if I don't need much at all, I do like 3 dabs. It's so good. Now I might think, do you know what? I'm going to perfect my nose a bit. So I'm going to do a little bit down here. Blend. Now, how cool is that? I'm going to put a bit more around there because I'm like, yeah, let's go for it now. I want perfection now. So natural, so natural. Okay. The next thing I'm going to show you is how you can create amazing looking lashes with perhaps your mascara that you've got at home, or if you don't have a good mascara at home, then the one I'm using is amazing because it is great for hooded eyes because it doesn't smudge. So you're not going to get panda eyes. And often, you know, as our eyes start to hood, when our lashes hit that hood, that's where we can get smudging. So you do want to find a smudge proof mascara such as this one. This one has a really thin wand. And the thin ones are great when our eyes start to hood because our eyes sort of feel like they're closing up a bit. And a thin wand will just be much easier to apply. It will get right into the root of the lashes. But also this one is lengthening. And when we have a hooded eye, we want to give the illusion of length to our lashes because this is really going to make our eyes look open and just brighter and more awake. So I'm going to show you a technique to apply your mascara at home that is a game changer and that will help build your confidence. You don't have to worry about really doing any work. You're just gonna blink onto the wand. Now the secret to great looking mascara that will never look cloggy is to get most of the mascara on the very roots and the base of the lash line, and then just blink on to the tips like this. So I'm not going to move the wand, I'm moving my eye. So I'm firstly gonna rest the root of my lashes on the wand and I'm gonna blink down. It's that easy. Gonna blink down, gonna blink down, gonna blink down. I'm not moving my wand up like that, because often when you move your wand up like that, it causes all the lashes as you're going up like that to kind of crisscross and stick together, and that's where you get spider lashes. So doing this technique is so easy and it's really going to help build your mascara confidence. Now, when you want your lashes to look kind of wow, first apply your mascara like this, then with the leftover mascara on your wand, really focus on the outer corner, on the upper lash of your eye. And now I am moving the wand because I'm moving it this way and I'm pulling the lashes, not pulling, but I'm emphasizing them to go out and up, which gives the look of a natural eye lift without loads of makeup. Like so. Now this is quite natural. The great thing with this mascara is that you can build it up and you simply keep blinking onto the wand. And because the wand is so thin, it makes the blink technique really, really easy. And if you want the look of eyeliner, then take your wand, assuming it's quite thin, and hold it right on the base of the lash and stamp on the colour, right on the root, almost as if it was touching the upper waterline of your eye, and it will actually give the look of a very thin line of eyeliner. Wow, such a difference. Now for the lower lashes, some of you might be thinking, oh, I don't tend to do my lower lashes, but do so because it really creates more of an open look to your eye. Now, if you don't want to wear a lot of mascara, don't dip your applicator back in your mascara. Just use what's left on your wand. And you're simply, this time, going to hold the wand right at the roots and then take it down to the tips like this. We're not doing zigzags because that is going to make your lashes stick together. You're just going to brush down like so. And if you're feeling a bit more confident, then you can turn the wand vertically to then just coat the very tips of the lower lashes, which makes the lower lashes look longer and in turn makes your eyes look more round, more open and bigger. So minimal effort, maximum effect. Now this is quite a natural look. If you wanted to go more than that, then just keep repeating that. But look at the difference already. It's very much a no makeup look. We haven't finished yet because I've got some more incredible tips to share with you. Now, I've written notes to share with you. So let me look at my notes to see what I'm teaching you next. Okay. Ooh, this is a really, really good one. Okay, so I imagine most of you perhaps haven't worn bronzer in a long time or have never worn bronzer before. Now, as we age, our face can become quite flat looking, okay? That's because everything heads downwards and our cheekbones aren't as high, so our faces can look quite flat. I'm going to show you how you can use a bronzer to give lift, to give a beautiful sculpt, not so much a contour, but just a sculpting of our bone structure to really bring back the definition to our face. Now, the other thing I'm going to say is the right bronzer will look natural on your face. This isn't about looking more tanned, this is about sculpting. So I would say choose a shade that looks natural to your skin tone. I've got two bronzers here. One is medium dark one is light medium. Both look very natural. I'm going to actually use this shade because it will show up more on my face, and that's good for when I'm teaching you. If you're porcelain to fair, I would go light to medium, and if you're medium to tanned, I would go medium dark. Now, you can see these on my website, but you might already have a bronzer. These ones look beautifully natural. These are the best I found. Okay, then a brush like this is important. If you don't have a brush like this, which I'm assuming you don't, then either invest in this brush because it has a slant, it really hugs your cheekbones, or find a blusher brush that doesn't have a fat head. You're looking for a brush that doesn't have a fat head. This one is the perfect size, but any bigger than this, it's actually going to create too much colour all over your cheek, and we want to target the placement of the bronzer. So you're going to cover your brush like this, and the most crucial step is once you've covered your brush, you're going to tap off. By tapping off product, you're going to ensure that you apply makeup in delicate layers rather than too heavy. Okay, now most of us go to, well, perhaps you don't, but typically when I see people apply their bronzer, they go straight on their cheek like that, splur the brush in like that, and do a big blob like that was my cheek like there. We're not going to do that. We're actually not going to splay the brush at all. We're going to keep it on our skin like that. We don't want to go like that. We want to go like this. And that's really key when you're using your makeup brushes. Use them in the shape they've been designed for, okay? Now, if you want a light touch, hold your makeup brushes at the end. That gives a very light touch. If you want a more full coverage, hold your makeup brushes nearer the bristles. That will give a much more heavier coverage. So these are just tips to help you with your brushes at home so you get a good idea. Now I'm going to actually take off some on the palm of my hand because I don't want to apply too much. Now we're going to start from the top of our ear here, and we're going to make, okay, if you can feel so we're going to start from the top of our ear here, and you should be able to feel where your cheekbone is, okay? So run your finger, you'll be able to feel where your cheekbone is. And then just at this very edge of your cheekbone, you can feel it. This is where we're going to apply the bronzer, okay? And we're going to start by dabbing the bronzer at the back of our face here, because if we put too much here, we're going to make this part look hollow, and this is going to age us. But if we actually make this part of our face slightly more hollow, this is going to sculpt us and create more kind of more slimmer effect here, and then it will blur into nothing here, because actually we want our apples of our cheeks to look juicy. That's what creates the look of youth. So let's just sweep. So when I'm doing it, I'm getting a slightly more colour payoff here, and then I'm ticking it like that. And what that technique does, it helps you get like hardly anything when it comes like this, so it blends it like that. You don't have to be an expert doing this, it's literally like that. And then I'm just going to take that into my hairline and blend so I don't have any obvious gap. Now, can you see already how this cheekbone is looking slightly higher? And all I've done, let's put a bit more on, is that. Easy. Now, if your jawline is not looking so sharp, then what you can do is take a little bit more of your bronzer, make sure it's matte. You want a matte bronzer, you don't want anything with shimmer on this. Not for this sculpting technique anyway. I mean, if you're not sculpting with it, then, you know, you can have shimmer in it. But really you want a matte. And then you're going to start, oh, I've smudged it, hang on. Let me just wipe off where I've smudged it. Then you're going to start from the back of your jawline here, and you're going to sweep it across your jawline. Now, if you have a part of your jawline that is jowling, then what you can do is take your bronzer and just put a little bit more coverage on that jowl, and that will knock it back. It's not going to eliminate it, but it will give the illusion that it's set back, and so it's less prominent. And then when you get to this part, often for many of us, it's this part that starts to kind of lose elasticity. So what you can do is take your bronzer, tap off excess, and then imagine this is like a little light bulb here. Turn it off by putting a little bit of bronzer there and blending it down. And then with the leftover on your brush, blend down to your neck here. And then if you're wearing your hair up, put a little bit on the top of your ears, or if you have short hair, so it doesn't look like you've got, you know, you want the colour to look universal. And then the leftover on your brush, just put a little bit on your temples here. Down the bridge of your nose. And then, if you're someone that hasn't worn eyeshadow in a long time, or you don't like the look of eyeshadow because you're worried that it's going to look too fake, then you're going to take a fluffy eyeshadow brush like this. But if you don't have one like this, you could use your pinky finger. This eyeshadow is great because it's really fluffy, which means it applies eyeshadow really, really lightly. Again, you can see what I've used in the links above or below. Dip it into your bronzer, tap off any excess, use your pinky finger as your stabilizer, place it in the middle of your lid, but between your sort of the hard bone here, your brow bone, and this, you know, you almost want to put it, oh, how to explain this better? So you're going to put the brush in the middle of your eyelid, but you want the top to splay into the socket like this. And then you're just going to move it backwards and forwards. And this will create a beautiful eyeshadow look. And you can see where I've applied, you know, before I applied the little bit of concealer here, that looks lighter, but this looks darker, which in turn is making my eye look slightly more lifted. And then if you want more of a smoky look, put a little bit more on your brush, tap off, take your brush, squeeze it, and run it just along the lower lash line to give it a really pretty, natural but smoky look. How cool is that? Now, many people ask, can I wear blush and bronzer together? Or perhaps you don't even wear either, but I'm going to say, yes, you can. And yes, 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 yes. Blush and bronzer add such a stunning look to a complexion, especially as we get older. You know, our complexions kind of lose pigment. I mean, you can see, you know, I've actually got a fake tan on to give me some pigment, but you know, I'm very washed out looking. So I want to add back that kind of fresh look to my complexion. Now bronzer does it, and you can see that this side of my face is looking slightly more sculpted, but in a very natural way. But blush takes your complexion to the next level. Now, if you don't have loads of brushes, your microfiber cloth, which you might have, you can see I've already wiped a little bit of makeup off on this. A microfiber cloth is your best friend. You take your brushes and you wipe off your product, because you do not want to go from your bronzer into your blush or the other way around. And I would do exactly the same with my eyeshadow brush, because if you end up double dipping, you're just going to create a splodgy, you know, a splodgy effect of lots of different colours on your face. Now, the blush that I'm going to use is a very natural looking blush. Doesn't look that exciting, but when it's on the skin, just is enough to give that beautiful glow to your complexion. So you're going to take your blush brush, dip it in, tap off any excess, And then where to apply your blush is if you look in the mirror, you will see just from the corner of your iris here, just here on the apple of your cheek is where you want your blush placement to be. So it's almost on the corner of your cheekbone, just there. And you're going to swirl it there and then swoosh up to the top of your ear. So it's swirl and swoosh, swirl and swoosh. Now, can you see how that's defined my complexion? Now you might think, oh, I've applied too much. Do not worry. Microfiber cloth, dust off so your brush is clean, and then just blend out. But just that little dab of colour makes such a difference to the complexion, but it looks really, really natural. You see, it doesn't really look like I've got any makeup on. Very, very natural. And I think when you're not confident with makeup, you want your makeup to look natural, because from what I know of people that are underconfident with makeup, it's like they don't really want to look like they're wearing it or that they've tried too hard. This is an effortless, no makeup look. So let me look in my book what else I've got to teach you, because I made notes last night. Making our lips look more defined and full. As we age, our lips can get more dehydrated looking, they can get thinner, and you know, we can get these lines here. Now people think, oh, I've got lines there, I've never smoked, well, I've got those lines. That's just our collagen disappearing as we age, and what happens is that we get all these little lines. What we can do is, whilst we can't, you know, eradicate those lines, what we can do is use a lip liner to make the edge of our lip look more sharper, which in turn gives the illusion of more youthful lips. But we can also use our lip liner in a way to make our lips look fuller. Now, I'm assuming that most people haven't used a lip liner before. This changes everything when it comes to your lip shape. So I'm going to show you this lip liner. It's really, really beautiful colour. It's like a rosy brown, but it's very much like could be a natural lip colour, okay? And if you get a colour like this, it will work with every single lipstick you own, assuming that you apply it in the way I show you and then blend it, okay? So you could be that. It could even work with a red lipstick if you apply it how I show you. So you're going to take your pinky finger and you're going to start at the corner of your mouth, probably about a few millimeters in, so not right at the corner here, but a few millimeters in, and you're going to follow the line to your Cupid's bow, okay? So let me come up close. Pinky finger on my chin for balance. And I'm doing really delicate, soft strokes. I'm not worried, I'm not doing like that. I'm doing it in feathered, strokey motions like this. Like so. Now, do not be tempted to line the other way, because I'm going to show you what happens when you line from the Cupid's bow down to the corner. Makes your lips look thinner. This technique will make your lips look fuller. But this technique, if you start here, can you see? This is full, this looks thin. The reason being is, so can you see the difference? This side of my lip looks slightly fuller. This side of my lip looks slightly thinner. Now, I haven't gone over my natural lip line, but what you'll see on your lips is that we all have a natural ridge. Now, what I've done with the lip liner on this side is that by applying it from the corner to my Cupid's bow, it's encouraged the liner to sit on that ridge. But when I apply the lip liner from the Cupid's bow down to the corner, it encourages the pencil to slip under the ridge and go on the pigmented area and make my lip look thinner. So let me fix that. I'm going to wipe this off, and then I'm going to show you how to ensure a natural lip liner goes with every single lipstick you could ever own. So you're going to go from the corner, pinky finger is stabilizer, to the Cupid's bow. For the lower lip, start in the corner, go to the middle. Then, to ensure your lip liner goes with every single lipstick you own, you're just going to fill very delicately all your lip with the lip liner. You don't have to colour it in precisely, you just do a few little strokes, because once your lipstick goes over the top, it will blend in and it will just look amazing. And what this ensures is that as your lipstick wears off throughout the day, you're not left with a line. It will all wear off evenly. So this, and then I'm going to strengthen the line of it more. Really, really natural. Now you could, with your finger, just blend that in and think, well, do you know what? I don't want any lipstick. I want my lips to look natural. Someone could think this was my own lip colour. It's not. But I'm like, right, well, actually now I want my lipstick to look. But actually, whilst I love this matte look, when you want your face to look more rejuvenated, fresh and sort of glowy and youthful, if you get a gloss, such as this one, a nudie coloured gloss, this one's great because it really makes a lip look fuller. And if you don't like the feeling of gloss, don't worry, because I'm actually going to show you just by applying it in the middle of our lip here, and then smudging to the top, you get the look of gloss without a full gloss over your whole lip. So if you're worried like hair sticking in, it's not, because you just apply it to the middle, like so. And not only does it give the look of gloss, but by just applying it in the middle, it makes your lips look more bee-stung, they come more forward, and they just look more juicy and full, which creates a lovely youthful look. So how natural is that? I mean, it is so natural. I'm going to quickly do the other side. I'll fast forward it so you don't have to sit through that. And then I'm going to show you the final tip, the final two tips that really take your skin, the look of your skin, to the next level. The two tips that I've got left to share with you are adding a beautiful radiance to your skin. So this is for when you see people's skin, you're like, oh gosh, they've got good skin. You know, the kind of skin where it looks like expensive skin, like they've had, like, I don't know, loads of facials over the years. You can cheat that look with this. This is called Cosmic Glow, and it gives the most stunning kind of lift to your cheekbones and just a glow to your face, which I think it's easy to use. It doesn't look like makeup, but it makes your skin just come alive. So you're going to do a little pump of this on the back of your hand. You need a tiny amount, and then you're going to dab in with your ring finger. This suits all skin tones. And then you're just going to apply this to, you know, we went down from the kind of edge of our cheekbone. We're just going to dab this onto the tops of our cheekbone. So this just brings back our bone structure. We can see cheekbones again. Can you see? So this side I haven't got it on. Looks nice, but you know, could do with a little bit more extra lift. This side I have got it on. It just adds a bit of lift. So as you move your face throughout the day, it gives you this beautiful radiance to the top of your cheekbones, which I promise you people are going to be like, what have you done to your skin? Your skin looks amazing, but not in a kind of sort of like overly made up way. because we want to look natural, we want to look effortless. It just adds a really subtle radiance to our cheekbones, which I think just adds life and oomph back to the skin. And then for my final tip, it's this hydrating spray. It's called Plump and Glow. Now, when you apply this over the top of your makeup, now this isn't a makeup setting spray, but if you're ever worried that your makeup looks, I don't know, cakey, I mean, this doesn't, but if you ever worried that you applied your makeup and you're like, oh, I'm worried it looks cakey, apply this over the top. It makes your makeup look like real skin. I mean, this looks like real skin anyway, but say if you haven't got the same products as me at home, then this is your insurance to incredible looking makeup that looks natural. Just gonna spray it all over your face like that. Oh, it smells amazing. And it hydrates your face and it just makes your makeup look really natural. It helps it all kind of soak into the skin, blend together beautifully. And it's just what us makeup artists do at the end of every single makeup look, is just do a little spritz of a hydrating spray such as this one. If you want to see everything I've used in this tutorial, then there's links above or below. If you want more of my help, then I've done a free 7-day course. It's completely free. If you comment beauty secrets, I'll send it to you. It runs over 7 days and it's literally like a lesson a day, takes you like, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes. And I teach you in more detail, even more. And I really think you're gonna love it. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope you will join me again on another tutorial. I've really loved teaching you. Bye.